Good evening, friends. Hey, we are live again. It's day 51. Can you believe it? We're more than halfway now through 100 days straight of live streaming, and we're going to get right to it tonight. I want to talk about something I was reading about today where Google has another innovation, and very possibly with this innovation, they may very well disrupt the college degree system as we know it today. They've already been for years now working on a number of different things, and COVID-19 has brought some of these things to bear, and we wanted to share it with everyone on all of the platforms tonight. So hello Facebook, hello Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, YouTube. Thanks for joining us. We're going to jump right into it. As I mentioned, Google is innovating again, and regardless of what you think about Google, the reality is the world is ever changing, and information technology and high-tech jobs, if you will, are here to stay. And what they basically come up with is a certificate program, and we're going to go to a screen here in a minute and let you see a little bit of it from Inc. magazine, but they've come up with a certificate program. It's not a college degree, but it is a certificate program. And the unique thing about this is like I kind of mentioned, almost like a public service announcement, because if you have kids, or maybe you're mid-career or just starting out your career, and maybe you are not sure, where you should be going, and excuse me for the congestion, but what makes this very innovative is, although it's a certificate program, it's all online. If it takes you 6 months to complete it, which I think they're saying is the average, it's literally $240. Not only that, they're offering 100,000 scholarships to people that can't afford the $250, but we're talking about a certificate program that will put you in a job with over 130 participating companies that could pay you anywhere between $75,000 a year and $95,000 a year, I think, is the range. So if that's something that you're interested in, or maybe your kids might fit in or interested in, it's something you need to check out. So we're going to go to the screen, to the web page where this is at. And as you can see, the title says how Google's new career certificates could disrupt the college degree. I'm going to skip around here a little bit and show you some things. But as I mentioned, there is a $100,000 needs-based scholarships. That's cool. Partnerships with more than 130 employers. That's cool. New search features that allow people to more easily find these opportunities. As I mentioned, most people enrolling in this finish within about 6 months, but you could literally bring that $240 down to $120 if you finish in 3 months. It's more rigorous than people might think, and this article talks about that some. Not impossible to pass, if you will, but it is rigorous, and it would need to be, right? If people are going to employ those that have gone through this program, then you're going to want to have it with some rigor, although it's online. Let's see here. So Google concluded it was important to offer programs that were available to as many people as possible, and that taught in-demand real-world skills. So that's the key there. It's going down a little bit here. How Google chose the courses. It says, in the 3 years since the program for the Google IT Support Professional Certificate launched, it became the #1 certificate course on Coursera. So for those that are not familiar, Coursera is a platform where you can take college level type courses online, and it's pretty well known at this point in time. The IT support professional certificate is very valuable, but it leads to a customer-facing job. But the neat thing about this, with these programs taking anywhere between 3 and 6 months, if you take the IT support professional certificate program and it just kind of ends up that that's not quite what you like, you can go to the UX or user experience course. There's also a project management course. Not really sure what else will be offered in the future, but this actually sounds like something that's viable and a very real alternative for maybe seniors graduating from high school, not sure that they want to go to college. I don't know, but it's possible for the very bright, but those, again, not wanting to go to college, maybe a junior or a senior in a high school. I'm going to actually look into that, could possibly go through this program and get a big head start on a career of some sort. Something interesting, since we're talking about Google, that I found out today. I think you know that Google owns YouTube, and I won't bore you with all of the history, but YouTube did start out, I didn't know this, honestly, started out with the founders as an idea for a dating service. They quickly found that making YouTube available to everyone made a lot more sense. So we're going to go off of that website now. Made a lot more sense, but now let's go to 2019, where I have some statistics, and YouTube made $15.15 billion with a B in 2019, and that was their first year to announce how much money they made. I don't know why that they had not announced until then, but nonetheless, another very interesting fact, and you know that we're big proponents of YouTube as far as starting your own channel. Highly recommend that. So we've got one of those things in that we talk about every night. Start a YouTube channel. 5 billion videos a day are watched on YouTube. That's staggering, and that will only increase. Thus, the reason that it's still not too late, but now is the time to start a YouTube channel. The world is expanding. More and more people are gaining access to not only the internet, but to, speeds, if you will, internet speeds that allow them to watch video. And basically 1/3 of the world's population is watching YouTube. So it's not too late. It really doesn't matter what you do or what you want to do. Retired, working for yourself, working for someone else, start a YouTube channel, get it started now, start building confidence, start building your ability to present yourself, if you will, in video, and just put yourself out there. That's my recommendation. One of the things that I finally got that I've been waiting on is, let me back this up a little bit, the YouTube formula. So I started that tonight a little bit, reading through it, and I can tell I'm going to get a lot of value out of it. So back now to this certificate program from Google. I really do believe that it is, in fact, going to add a level of disruption. I guarantee you, if the first thing some people saw was the $75,000 to $95,000 a year salaries, that especially those that are not so certain that college is for them, that it might be attractive. Not that money is everything, but if you can do something that you enjoy, project management, software development, IT support, some of those kinds of things, and with 130 plus companies supporting the program. The other thing that the article said is many people within 6 months are in one of those jobs. So again, as I mentioned, tonight's almost like a public service announcement. So I hope that you will share this. And that leads me to one of the other things that I wanted to talk about tonight, which is related to what we talked about last night, although the live stream last night was very short. And that is, if you want to grow on social media, that includes YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You want to produce shareable content. That's what I talked about last night. The part I didn't talk about is why. Why does shareable content help you so much? And the reason is because it really brings into play a viral kind of aspect. So in other words, I'll give you a very practical example. I work with a nonprofit organization, and we produced a video. It was an interview with a young lady, and in our context, we had incredible results. Over 13,000 people viewed that interview. It was a 2-hour long video. I don't remember exactly what the average watch time was, but nonetheless, we had a lot of people that said, hey, we watched that all the way through. And one of the reasons that so many people saw it is because it was shared a ton. And so you will find that your content will be seen by many, many more people if you put something out there that others want to share. And then the one other thing that I'll share tonight, I've got a lot more that I want to unpack after reading a book by Brendan Kane, 1 Million Followers, and the link to that book is in the description. I've got the Audible, but you can go to that link and you could pick to get a physical book, which I'll probably pick up now, a 7-hour Audible unabridged. I've got, I think, 2.5 hours left on that, and it's gold, pure gold, as far as I'm concerned. What Brendan Kane shares, I think a lot of it's practical. I think your average person can use what he's sharing to grow their audience with regards to social media. But yeah, where I was going with that is I just think that it's practical stuff. He talks, I think, some about, a lot of supposed experts out there, and, he's really proven and have the statistics to prove it, things to back it up, the people that he's worked with to show that he actually has an approach that can work. And the good thing about that approach is it can be either a combination of organic or paid advertising, or a combination thereof. He holds nothing back with making it clear that he could not have gotten to the 1 million followers that he got to as fast as he did if he didn't use ads, some Facebook ads. But what company, doesn't need to do advertising? So most companies, if they want to grow, advertising, even in this day and age, is still an important part of growth. It just so happens that it's most effective if you're using digital marketing, digital advertising these days. Facebook is incredible with regards to who you can reach, the homes, the people you can get in front of with Facebook ads. So that's the reality, but you don't have to use it. You can still grow without it. So I highly recommend that you look into 1 Million Followers by Brendan Kane. And I've also included a link to the Inc. magazine article that we were talking about earlier. And do some more research on that. I'm going to do some more research on that being the Google Certificate Program. And again, I think that someone even in the potentially in the middle of a career, I'm nowhere near in the middle of my career, but I think those that are just starting, maybe mid-career, need to look into this and see if it might be something that you should at least go through. I'm sorry, but for $240 for many people, it's something you could do and just see how it works out. It may actually be in essence, a way to get a raise, if you will, to take the next step in your career. So check it out. Also check out up here, if you're on YouTube, the playlist. We would love for you to go watch our 50, now 51, after I update to the playlist for tonight, 51 episodes of going live for 100 days straight. We're now on the other side of completing this goal that I set back. Literally, it just so happened that it was on the day that Joe Biden was inaugurated in as president. And so makes it easy to remember when President Biden was sworn in, because that was the day I started. So that's been 51 days ago. And I do appreciate everyone that has come along for the ride. I hope you're getting value out of this. I would ask to let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Hashtag live if you're watching live. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Let us know. Let me know things that you would like for us to talk about. Just about anything is fair game, as long as it's not politics and religion, as I've talked about. Not because I don't have opinions on that, but that's not what we wanted to start out doing for this 100 days. So we're going to leave it in the realm of business, technology, generating income, growing your business, all those kind of things. And then the last thing, excuse me, that I want to mention tonight, and we put this at the end instead of the beginning because we wanted to give you value right away, and that is go establish, build, use an email list. I use ConvertKit. You can go to strammel.info/ConvertKit and get a forever free account and manage up to 1,000 subscribers. You can segment those subscribers into a number of segments. You can send out broadcast messages. A lot of options that are free forever. And you can, if you get to the point where you want to do some advanced type email marketing, you could get into one of their paid plans. And it's an amazing tool. I use it all the time. I've got almost 2,000 subscribers now. And then the very last thing we want to share tonight is we're able to go live using StreamYard. You can see the link down in the lower right to get, again, a free account. StreamYard, you can get a forever free account on StreamYard, go live up to 20 hours a month on up to 2 destinations. It's an amazing tool. If you're not using StreamYard yet and you're live streaming, you're missing out as far as I'm concerned. We use it 95+% of the time. And one other thing I would suggest that you do is go watch episode 16. I'll put that up here as well. Episode 16, we talked about Switchboard. I just checked today, and Switchboard is still available on AppSumo. You'll want to go to strammel.info/appsumo. That's AppSumo. That's not in the link or not in the description, but just strammel.info/appsumo, and then search for Switchboard, and you'll save $10 if you use my link. But you can get one code for $49. I suggest that you get all 5. Invest $295. It would be $285 for a tool that will just take you further than you could imagine with regards to live stream video and being able to get it out there in a viral fashion. So check that out. If you don't see the card up there, or if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, any of the other platforms, just go to strammel.info/100 days, and then go find episode 16. And not only watch episode 16, but watch all of them. If you haven't seen many of them, just put that playlist on play all, let it play in the background. We would love to get the exposure, the watch time, the subscribers. We are working towards that partner program level on YouTube, and we appreciate your help in doing that. So we're not going to say goodbye. We're just going to say go click on that playlist, go pull up that playlist, and see what we've been talking about for now 51 days. And we will see you for 52 tomorrow. All right. Good night.